Hi guys, what's going on? So, I wanted to make a video on this topic alone because it will just make my guide really bloated, my future guide. And I think this deserves a whole video on its own because it's such a big topic for Kunimitsu. So what we're talking about here is her backturn mix-ups and the transitions that she has into backturn. So let's talk about her backturn moveset. For me, like the most important ones. So one of the main things is her backturn down 3. This is strong because it's a low, it's 10 frame startup, and it's plus 3 on hit. Meaning if she hits this near a wall, she has time to catch people into an FC mix-up, for example, because of while standing one tracking. Now, so that is one option. This is a really important option to know. Now the other option she has is her backturn grabs. So backturn 2 plus 3, which is a real 1 plus 2 grab. This is a real 1 plus 2 break. And of course, you can mix this up with her generic grabs. So you have the generic grabs, and because she's in backturn, when she grabs, the animation is masked, so you just have to guess 50-50 on the grabs between 1 plus 2 or 1-2. The other option she has is 1 plus 2. So this is a relatively fast mid with really good tracking to both sides, and it's really plus 7. And it's also a weapon, so it cannot be parried. So this is good as a check after certain things. We will go over transitions a little bit, but so we'll talk about the moveset. So, and if you're feeling risky, if you're feeling that they will duck, you can do stuff like 4 plus 2, which will launch them for a full combo. So, and your other options would include like backturn 1, which can be delayed. So it's delayed and it can be safe as well. So these are options you have as well, and also backturn back 3 to crush dick jabs. If you do transitional block and they like to dick jab, you can use this as an option to beat it, and you get a free backturn down 2 afterwards. And of course, one big low backturn is backturn down 2, which is 17 frame plus 3, least damage crouch, and it is a counter launcher. So these are the important moves. Like, she has a bunch of other stuff, but these are the key moves that you need to know in your backturn mix-up. And also she has backturn 4, which is a very fast homie move, which ballerina spins, and so this is also pretty important to know in case they like to step after certain transitions on block or on hit. Okay. Now that we talked about her move list in backturn, now she has a bunch of other moves as well, but those are like the main ones that you should be using. So let's talk about 4-2. So 4-2 is her 12 frame Punisher. She's plus 6 in backturn. Now against most characters, 1 plus 2 is a free check, as in they can't step it, they can't press buttons against it, and they can't duck it. Some characters like Safina are able to step 1 plus 2, for example, but you have options against that. You have options like backturn down 3 to stop them from stepping. But against most characters, you should be able to do 1 plus 2. And remember I said it's a weapon, so characters like Asuka can't parry it. So it can't be parried by a traditional parry. So this is a really important situation to know, because you're going to land this a lot. As a block Punisher at 12 frame, or just a quick Punisher. So you're plus 6 in their face. They're unable to backdash away from the grabs. They're unable to backdash away from the other grabs. So you have to kind of take an immediate 50-50 here. Do I want to duck into the mids or into the potential launcher, or do I want to just stand and then take the potential grab mix-up? So this will be the situation that Kuni will force on her opponent. So this is really going to hit, okay? And the other thing is this actually jails on block. I only found this out today. This actually jails on block. So 4-2. Because you're a minus 3 in backturn, you can do generic down 3 to trade with 13 frame mids and a crush under highs and stuff like that. So this is not a bad option to do after it on block. Of course, you can just turn around and block things. So if you're doing a downward one or whatever, if you don't take the trade on backturn down 3, because 10 frame will trade with 13 frame downward ones at this point, or if they're doing downward 4. Like a 12 frame mid, for example, will beat everything in this situation. So you could do this and then just pull back to block the 12 frame, and then take her turn or punish it or whatever. So that's the kind of the situation that Kunimitsu has off 4-2. Again, this is on hit, it's extremely deadly. On block, you have some mind games. So let's talk about Scissor Two. Now Scissor Two is another one. Now there's one move in particular that I really want to go over, but we will talk about it at the end. Scissor Two is a pretty quick mid from side step. It's +5 in back turn, you're +6, and it's the same situation as forward 2. Remember we talked about you can go for mids, you can go for your grabs, or you can go for your launch if you're feeling risky, or you can just go for a little quick low poke. You can even use Backturned Den for. I wouldn't really recommend this because I think the other options you have are stronger, especially Backturned Den 2. So you have a bunch of options here. So Scissor 2 is good because it has an extension. It's not a natural combo, unfortunately. I wish it was, but it's not. So, but it's only -10 on block, so it's not too risky. And on block, you have an option to go into back turn or not. So if you can go to back turn and see if they freeze up because of the extension. They might freeze up because of the extension, so they'll be like, okay, I need to respect the extension. So you go into back turn, and then you can be in a mix up because they're freezing up. If you think they will press buttons to challenge your back turn mix up, you can just do it on block because you're safe. You can just do it forward and you're safe anyway at -6, and then just block whatever they mashed out to try and stop your back turn mix up. So this is definitely a deadly way to go about it. Again, it's just one option that she has. You can continue it to make them respect the follow up, or you can do 2 hold back and then go for mix-ups. So, and it doesn't jail on block as well, so if they press in between the hits, they're going to get hit. So this is one option that you have. Okay, now this is the move, right? This is the Kunimitsu move of Kunimitsu, her daughter. So this is the move. Down forward people's form. Now, why down forward people's form is strong is because it has some high evasion. It go over some lows as well. So what you have, when you land on hit, you're +7 in their face and they're crouching as well. So they're unable to step a lot of things. So 1+2, as far as I know, will catch everyone. Will catch everyone trying to press something. And of course, it's the same as the 4-2 situation. You can go for your grab mix-ups, you can go for your mid checks, you can go for your mid launcher if you're feeling risky, or you can go for your down too low or whatever you feel like doing, you know. So those are your options that you have. And on block, now this is the situation on block. So definitely 3+4 is -2 in back turn. Now remember we talked about back turn down 3 being 10 frame. So what this means is if they try to do a 13 frame mid, usually a downward one, you'll beat it out with back turn down 3. So you have them freezing up. So if they try to do a 12 frame mid to trade with your back turn down 3, you can just do this on block and then sidestep the 12 frame mid. You usually get down for 4. You can step the retaliation on block. So when they start respecting you on block because of this move conditionings to everything, so they might look to low parry this or whatever. You have them freezing up. You are in their face. You have the mental advantage now. You're in their face, and then you can go for usual stuff like your grabs, your mids, your lows, your launchers, or whatever you want. Okay, the situation is yours. And you can also do if they like to do dick jab. Now this is an option that's good. If they like to do dick jab, which will beat everything when you go into back turn. Okay, what you can do is just do this and then low parry the dick jab. So just go into normal and then low parry the dick jab. So like this move is extremely strong, and definitely every Kunimitsu needs to learn how to use this move. So she's a good mind game on block, and on hit she gets a free mix-up attempt. So I hope that helps. I hope this was educational. Thank you for watching. I will make a Kunimitsu guide in maybe the next 1 or 2 days. I just want to make this its own separate video because it is a pretty big topic. And thanks for listening.